Good afternoon. This is Glenn Reynolds, the Outdoor Bum. Today is April the 6th, Saturday, and I hope you guys are having a great day. And I'm coming to you with This Week in the Outdoors. It's a weekly webcast where I talk about a few things outdoor related and hopefully educate everyone so that they can get out and explore the outdoors a little bit more, or I guess inspire people to get out and explore the outdoors a little bit more. So without further ado, let's get started. First thing this week, we have actually opened today was Missouri's youth turkey season. And I've seen a lot of pictures in my feeds on people who are having successful hunts and harvesting turkeys. So I hope you adults and kids have been able to get out there and make memories in the outdoors. And so with that, one thing we want to talk about is actually turkey hunting and how to go about doing it. Now, I've hunted turkeys now for, I think I've started somewhere back in the late 80s, early 90s, turkey hunting. And it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy the meat, but a turkey gobble is actually my favorite sound in the woods to hear. I can go out there and just listen to them gobble. And so one thing that the gobblers do is they get out and they strut in areas where they can show off for the ladies. And with that, that's where they want to be. They usually go to the same area every morning, go and strut where they can see really well and be seen really well. And then the hens come to them. And so hunters, we go out and we call to the turkeys and try and get the males to come to us. And there's a few really easy ways of doing that if you're a beginning turkey hunter. One of them is to get a box call, and we make where you take it and you just slide the paddle across the wood and it goes yelp, yelp, yelp. And that is called a yelp. And that is the basic call. The first call you need to learn is just a yelp. And that a lot of times will get the birds to gobble and fire off. Now, a yelp can get them excited, and sometimes that can get them to come in. But a few other things that you need to learn is a cut and a purr. Now, a cut is when the hens get excited. And if you have a gobbler who's been gobbling at you and coming in, hanging out a little ways out, that is, just isn't quite sure that he wants to come in. He either doesn't see a decoy, or he doesn't know what's there. Maybe he's been hunted, a little more educated. So a lot of times what you'll do is you'll do a cut and it'll go put, put. But don't confuse it with a putt, which sounds very similar, but a cut and you go dut, 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 dut. And if you do that, a lot of times that'll really get them fired up and excited, and sometimes that'll get them to break stride and come on in. And so keep them entertained. Don't overcall to the gobblers, but also just keep them I guess locked on to you. And that it's a game that you're going to have to learn how to do yourself, just with time and experience. But it sure is fun to get out there and listen to them gobble. And I will tell you what, after I've done turkey hunting in the morning, a lot of times I go and look for morel mushrooms. Then they should be popping up. I'm starting to see those on feeds now, and so that's a pretty exciting thing. Morels are they're very good, and you can cook them up, fry them. Restaurants pay quite a bit of money for them. They're quite the delicacy, and they can be found in a lot of different places this time of year, usually in a little bit moister soils. But just keep your eye out. They're a lot of fun to find. Now, that segment, I would say, is brought to you by Blue Ridge Birdseed Company and their Birdman blend. It's a great company. They're stocked up right now, and they're selling them out, and Jamie can ship them anywhere, so don't be afraid to reach out to Blue Ridge Birdseed to order your Birdman blend. And if you get it, the spring migration is going to be stopping in your yard. And so that would be blueridgebirdseed.com. Now, our next segment, I always like to talk, after we've talked a little bit of hunting, I like to talk a little bit about fishing. And one thing that I used to do a lot, and I'm starting to get back into, is bass fishing. And this time of year, it can be some of the most fun time for bass fishing. It's when they move up onto their beds. The big females will stake out a little area and lay their eggs and protect them, or lay their eggs and let them develop. And the males actually will be on the nest, but while the females are laying their eggs, they can be easier to catch, and you can single them out there. And so one thing I used to like to do is take a little lizard and do a Texas rig, which is where you have a sliding weight on your line, and you have the lizard on the hook, and you just pitch it right out into the cover where the bass is set their bed. A lot of times they'll nail it right away because they don't want anything eating their baby, basically eating their eggs, their babies, and so they'll hit them really hard right away. And so that can be a really fun way to target bass when you're fishing out there and catch a really, really big bass. And so with that, I'd like to say the sponsor for that segment would be Graxaw Gear. That's light, fast, and efficient gear for the backcountry explorer. Austin does a great job with his products, and he can help you out too. You can get back to the backwoods, way out in the middle of nowhere, where the animals are, I won't say untouched by humans, but they're less touched. And so you can experience nature more fully there. And so use Graxaw Game Gear to get there. That's graxaw.com. Our next thing that we're going to talk about is the solar eclipse. Monday, we have a solar eclipse coming. It is an event that does not happen very often. We did have one just a few years ago, and it was really neat. I got to experience totality here at my house. And so get online, check and see. It's going to be coming across from Texas through Missouri, Illinois, and up the eastern seaboard. And totality is a really cool experience. It's almost like twilight during the middle of the day. And so one thing you can see is sometimes the nighttime creatures will come out and display or come out and be active during the day when you have the totality event, when it's almost dark. And so with that, one thing, I guess the last time we had it, my wife and I were sitting out on my truck during totality, and we had the special glasses put on so that we could look at the sun. But I took them off, and one thing I could see was a bat flying around for just a moment during the middle of the day, which is not usual, and it's pretty cool to get to see. So totality, Monday, April the 8th. Get out, enjoy it while you can, because we won't see it for a long time. And finally, the last thing I like to talk about is a pretty neat place that we like to go visit, or that would be good to go visit. And one of these places is Craighead Caverns, also known as the Lost Sea. And that is located there in Tennessee, in Sweetwater, Tennessee. That's a really neat place. I've visited that a few times myself and gone through and taken the tours. I've done both the regular guided tour a couple of times, and I've done the wild tour. It is a lot of fun. It's a very unique experience to get out there and go do that. The Lost Sea actually hosts North America's largest and second largest subterranean non-glacial lakes. And so it's pretty cool to see that. They actually have explored it. They did a lot of exploring back in the 70s and could not find the end of the lakes. So it's a tremendous area. It's fun to go out on the boats and see the trout that were in there. Just go out and explore something unique that you don't get to see every day. Now, on the wild tours, some of the cool stuff you get to find out about the history of the cave. And some of the history is that it was historically used as some of the meetings for the councils for the Cherokee Nation. It was used as a mushroom farm for a little while. They've also found jaguars in there. I can't imagine in Tennessee what it would be like to see a jaguar pop out. And now that was back in the Pleistocene area, so that's not anything that we would have to worry about. But that's something that you can go and experience and learn more about. And so one thing I would encourage, get out, go do it, get outside. Well, I guess that's not really outside. That'd be inside the earth. So get out, go explore these new areas, and go and make the most of this life that we have. Go see what God has provided. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for watching watching this. I'd encourage you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps with the algorithms, and also for us to get out and have more reach. Please feel free to share this on your social media feeds. And with that, I'm Glenn Reynolds, the Outdoor Bum, signing off. Thank you and have a great day.